Good afternoon, everyone. This is Anthony, Wall Street Traders, 12:48 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Friday, September 17, 2021. Let's go into the disclaimer. This is not financial advice. The video is intended for educational purposes only. Subscribe and bell if you want to be notified on your cell when these videos come out. Click the share button. Click the like. Let's make sure people get aware of Nucypher. Web 3.0 is going to start, in my opinion, rallying over the next 6 months, between now and the next 6 months, so we should get ahead of that. Intraday updates are on the Twitter link below the video. That's where you'd get access to my entry exit points as well as any major market movements. So Nucypher US dollar, here we are looking at Nucypher US dollar. So we've definitely seen a trend going on for a little over a month now. So look, it's not as slopey as we'd like. We don't have a straight line up here, but we definitely have a pretty solid line of support, and expecting this thing to continue to trend up. So we're still pointing our line is going up, and let's see how far it goes. We should be, look, we could go parabolic at some point. There's no question about it, but we're going to respect the trend line in terms of where it's going. Now, if I go over and actually if I zoom out on this price action here, and we overlay it with the 50-day and 200-day moving averages, this is where we can identify what are called death crosses and golden crosses. A death cross is a cross where you could see it's red over here. It's where the 50-day moving average, which is indicated in the green line, crosses below the 200-day moving average, which is indicated on the red line. That's generally a bearish signal. And look what happened when we hit it. We actually kind of went all the way down. But we're starting to gear back up over here. So the 50-day moving average definitely gearing back up, and expecting to see some intersection here. That intersection would be very bullish, because when the 50-day moving average or green line goes over the 200-day moving average or the red line, that is a golden cross, and generally golden crosses are very, very bullish. Anyway, something to note. Let's move forward. And it looks like we could be converging, sometime out here, maybe October, maybe a few weeks from now, maybe not. But we have to see how sharp we can get some price appreciation here. In the meantime, Nucypher Bitcoin, same thing. Another nice trend line support. This has been going on since July. So this is very good to follow. I'm very big on support lines. I think this will continue on its merry way up. And now let's look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin, one of the other pairs I look at, which is looking really good here. It almost looks like a pole with a flag. So it could melt back up. Now, a couple of things that are interesting about this. I'm going to zoom out on the Bitcoin pair, Bitcoin US dollar pair, I should say. We had a death cross, and there's that red death cross that we had back in June, not too far off from the date that we had that death cross in Nucypher. Now, once we had that death cross, the price action went down, and down it really went. So we just recently came back up enough for this 50-day moving average to cross above the 200-day moving average for Bitcoin. So I expect Bitcoin to start a fairly significant rally, not just because of the golden cross, but also because of this. This clearly looks like we are over this once resistance, now support, and we've been holding pretty well here. In fact, this almost looks like a flag. We're going to have to play this out, watch it on Twitter. I'll keep you all posted, especially on Bitcoin, because it's pretty much something that impacts all of the cryptos I cover. Let's go over to Bitcoin dominance very quickly. We have this downward trend, but something's going on. We are starting to observe possible breakout. I'm going to zoom into this so we can see what's going on. We clearly broke through, and when we break through lines, typically they're pretty sharp and fast, and that's what we did here. So now we have to keep our eye on it. If we pull back into this channel, great. If we don't, it just means, generally speaking, altcoins don't do as well as Bitcoin, right? So they're pretty much a little more under pressure when Bitcoin goes down. The altcoin will generally suffer more. If Bitcoin goes up, that would mean that altcoins don't do as well as Bitcoin. That's what this kind of rising action would ultimately mean. But please realize every crypto has a different MO. It's not that every crypto operates the same. This is more of an overall view of the altcoin market, but each crypto operates slightly different than the other. So this is kind of an aggregate view, just to point that out and make sure you're aware. Anyway, right now we're almost 33 cents on Nucypher, still over this trend line here. Nucypher Bitcoin still over this trend line here. We're getting nice price action, enough to be able to see and spot the trends here, which are great. And obviously, Bitcoin looking remarkably bullish here, or very potentially bullish at 47,728. We do have to keep our eye on this, and I'll keep tweeting this out. Take care, everyone.